1 in the background. In a sprint race, we saw a crash, a big crash, in turn 1. And I've got a terrible view, and now I've got a good view. Lights are out in Russia, Division 1. We're underway, and Medal hasn't really had too great of a start, because Elite Risk is going to be side by side with him. And I think Connor's going to have a fantastic run on all 3 of these. And he's going to put his car not up the inside. Elite Risk leads into turn 1. Medal's tried to keep his car in there. So many drivers have gone off at turn 2 and turn 3, but Elite Risk leads, as you said, Matt.
Yeah, I just know what I'm talking about. It was, I must admit, I didn't really catch a lot at the start, so I was inviting Morgan back. So.
Oh, okay. Well, Connor's moved up to P3. Baldock's gone down to P4. And Morgan is back in the session, just so you know. You've probably seen it already.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Everyone's kept it clean. A lot of people went off at turn 2 and 3, but you'd kind of expect that. It kind of happens all the time because the corner's so tight. But at least we have a race on our hands here, at least for now, because Elite is leading, but Medal is right on his tail. And to be fair, we could be seeing a move at this end of this back straight, because he's very close. He's using a lot of his ERS. He's going to go to the outside. Both of them side by side, top 2 in mostly every qualifying session of this weekend, and he's just gone out wide. Good racing between them both. Elite Risk planting his car perfectly, and Medal wants that lead back straight away, and he's using a lot of his ERS. They're both using the same amount of ERS on this first lap to defend themselves, or attack and defend, shall I say.
It is smoked
But we haven't got...
So I was just going to say, looking back at the championship lead, the smoke hasn't been up-placed, it turns out, from the start, but he's being kept with a lot of companies. Legendary Danny making up places. Perez has had a poor start, unfortunately. It's been a very clean start. I reckon there was a few warnings going around turn 1. Oh, Ellis and Hoot. What's going on there, Joe?
Yeah, saw it. I was watching VR's behind view, and I saw the battle into turn 2, and they're still going at it around turn 4. Just about both making it round. And there's a spinner in the background. There's an AlphaTauri of Alan. And there's your first casualty. Don't think he had damage. I think it was just a straight spin. But he is... Luckily, he's not lost too much ground. I mean, he's about 5 seconds away from everyone else, but at least I don't think he's damaged himself, at least. Let's go back to the front, because I haven't actually seen what's going on. I think we're going to be in for another potential battle down to the chicane.
The Chris Kamara.
It's Morgan, but I'm not going to watch him at the minute, because I think these top 2 are so close. I just can't really take my eyes off it. But there's Bennett and...
there's
there we go.
contact.
This is Bennett and Otter battling. I don't know, I think it was Bennett trying to pass Otter. But there's no damage, thankfully, for Bennett, so it's just a bit of an... He's bogged himself down by a couple of seconds, but Owen's up to 5th now, on the mediums. Yeah. Owen will be very happy with the start here.
Very good start. He made the most of that from Bennett. Well, I don't think it was narrow by Bennett. I reckon the door just got shut, so very early on, Owen is looking very good. Keep your head down, bud.
The top two are going at it again, and this time it is going to be easy for Medal. He's already ahead before turn 2. And the lead has changed hand, and the pole sitter, by quite some margin, is now ahead on lap 3. What have you seen?
Look a bit further. So Smokes was overtaking Liam, but he's outbroke himself. He mounted both curves. He's got him on the outside. Sam's right behind as well. This could be close going into the right turn. Smokes taking a... Oh, he's gone a bit wide. Liam's still in the inside with Sam and company. And Liam's back in the inside.
Liam down the inside.
He's done. He's going to make the most of this off the tyres.
Oh, what battle we've got going on here. They're causing a gap, though, to the rest of the field by doing this. They're losing time, but Liam is back ahead and back into 10th place. And I think Sam is ahead of Smoke as well.
Yeah, Smoke went wide. He went over that bump. I can't tell you what corner it was, but he lost a bit of time. Sam's made the most of it. And now Smoke's on the danger from Legendary Danny. What an awful lap for Smoke, the championship leader.
Yeah, he's under pressure from the Red Bull, and the Red Bull is not quite going to get past.
Otter's round. Oh, he's been disqualified.
Is he?
Oh, great game.
Where is he?
He's been disqualified. He was at the end of the back straight. He spun it on exit.
He's been disqualified for it. Wow.
Great game.
Right. Well, we could have another move at the front. This time it's Bennett on Owen. Owen on the slower tyres, so I don't think he's probably going to want to fight it. As Bennett with DRS side by side into turn 2. Is Owen going to fight it? They touch wheels. 2 can't go into 1 in that corner. So 1's always got to go out wide, but Bennett has made the move. And I suppose he'll focus on trying to catch Connor and Elite Wrist now. Owen just needs to keep it calm. Still, well, he's in a great position on the medium tyres. Just needs to run his own race, and not lose too much time fighting to anyone else on the softer tyres, because the tyres he's on will eventually come to him.
Owen
Crossover period.
This lap, that's about the 3rd time in 3 corners. Owen is having an awful lap since he's been overtaken by Bennett. I don't know if it's that dirty, but he's been going wide in every corner. He's correcting on the wheel, poor on traction, and now he's in danger of losing the position from VR.
Potentially is going to lose it. I'm watching him board with VR. I think Owen did benefit from the DRS from Bennett ahead of him to keep that position, so no change as of the minute. But we do. Oh my god, what's happening here? Oh, what's going on?
Oh my word!
I'm watching Liam and Seb. I literally went on board with Liam and he was going super
my
slow.
god, what's going on behind with the Has boys and Smoke? This is content here. Smoke and Clock goes off SLR, they're going side by side, going into the penultimate corner, Clock's on the outside. This is good racing by the experienced SLR drivers.
This is only for P12, but Smoke is, well, he's having a torrid time at the minute. He looked like he had a pretty decent start, but now he's on the attack again, and then, oh my god, yeah, I don't know who to watch, because there's 2 Red Bulls ahead going side by side, but Smoke round the outside! Oh no! Yeah, there's a Has spun. It's Preds.
But it's not over. Adrian's in the inside. Clark, it's not over yet. This is only lap 5 for crying out loud.
And Clock has kept it up the inside. Both Smoke and Clock have gone off the track. Probably got warnings from it, but let's breathe a minute for that battle.
This is rough racing. This is rough racing. Wait, Darren and Alan. This was 16th. He was looking very aggressive.
Oh, it's real banging.
I reckon. Yeah, well, Alan went wide. He was on the outside of Darren. Darren wasn't letting him back onto the track. I thought there was going to be a squeeze into the wall, but yeah, I reckon there's a bit of beef between these two on the track at the moment, because they're well and truly ruining their races. 2 seconds down on Molly.
Well, we've got Owen and VR battling it out for P5. VR's trying to get past Owen, and he's done a switchback and up to the chicane. Side by side round it. The Mercedes behind them of Ellis is looking pretty feisty in this. But VR has done another switchback on Owen and has made the move for P5, but I think he's going to be very much in trouble for this DRS. I think he might be passed again. He might have done all that effort to try and pass Owen. But I think Owen himself is going to be passed.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, he's going to get past VR. Owen had a bit of a poor exit on medium tyres.
Well, he looks like he's boxing the Mercedes in, which is pretty good from Owen. Just to make sure he doesn't pass him around the outside, and he's kept the position, but I expect him to probably lose it anytime soon. Didn't quite see what the tyre life was of the soft tyres.
Battle for seconds, tying up.
I think Owen is definitely going to be hoping that these tyres, the crossover period happens pretty soon for him with the tyres. Yeah, I do see the battle for second. Shut metal, sorry. I keep saying shut, I don't know why. 3.4 second gap to P2 already. He is just dropping everyone.
To be honest, I think
about half a second a lap.
I think on this lap, Elite made a mistake, because at one point Connor was really right up behind, like within half a tenth, and he was only Risk was only like 2 seconds behind, or a second and a half. All this change in sixth.
Yep. Ellis round the outside of Owen has made the move. Owen down to P7 now. And there's only one more soft driver behind him other than Liam, which is yet to pass Owen, which is the Alpine of Vapid Coot. So it feels quite spread out. It's kind of like 3 separate battles going on. You've got the top 2, the battle for the podium / top 2, and then you've got this battle here we're watching with Owen. And then you've got the back end around like the smoke area kind of thing. The Bennett's pit, just seen.
Yes, it seems a bit early, but I don't know what the strategy is around here, so I can only assume that he's either going onto the hards or and Owen's that's a move by Coop. He's just forced Owen off track in turn one. The impression I'm getting with as Owen for reference is the mediums were very good to start with, but the softs are coming into play now, so maybe the softs can last a bit. Owen's gone back past.
Yeah, for a minute it looked like Owen was letting Coop pass, but I don't know if he was trying to keep a tight line or not. But that's that for now. Connor's actually ahead of Elite Risk. I didn't actually see that pass, apologies, but Connor is up into P2, is the Alpine driver. See what Bennett can kind of do on those medium tyres. Just seen Darren's pit as well, but he's gone for hard. He is obviously a long way off. Gonna have to mute myself for a sec because I need to blow my nose.
That's nice.
Take it away, Matt. I will. I'm just gonna. Who shall I stick
Well,
with?
Clock has just lost 2 places going down the back straight, and Alan's outbroke Moley, and has he pulled off that move? I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. Moley lives to fight another day, or until the home straight anyway. What else is going on? Elite Risks is drifting off Connor, so maybe there's a few issues with grip with the rear car, rear tyres for Elite Risks. Still looking decent though, he's got a 2.5 second gap from VR behind him. As we are on the home straight now. Oh, Ellis has made a move on VR.
So he has. And is VR going to fight it back? I think he might try. Nope, he's not going to be able to. So, got Sem pretty close to the Red Bull ahead of him of Danny D. Sem, of course, on the mediums. So, third high. Both of these guys are both in the same race, so I'm sure they probably won't want to be battling too hard, lose them too much time. You've got the guys that started on the mediums, like Danny D, Sem, and Owen are all pretty close to each other on the track.
No, indeed.
Owen's
back straight VR.
Just saying, Owen has pulled a bit of a gap to the Alpine of Vapid.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've just seen the VR move as well, just as you said.
Yeah, maybe now then it's about lap 8 where the mediums will be on par, maybe just a bit quicker than the softs. Good information for other SLR drivers who are driving tomorrow and Sunday. Elite Risks is still within a second of Connor, so... Oh, in fact, he's gone ahead.
VR has pit. Yeah, Connor's pit, VR's pit. A lot of them are pitting here, so... Looks like lap 8 is the one for most of these drivers. But Danny D is now vulnerable on that DRS to Sem. I don't know if Sem is close enough. I don't think he is. He will be in DRS, but he's not going to be close enough for a move, I don't think. So, worth watching Connor, how powerful the undercut really is. Bennett looks like he's ahead of Connor, actually.
Yeah, that undercut has worked for him, hitting 2 laps early. In fact, he's
quite a
miles
lot,
ahead of him,
massively. Jesus. He was behind him before the pits, right?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah, because Connor was third beforehand, so... I mean, he did... Yeah, he's pitted about 2-3 laps earlier, but the job he's got in his hand now is if that's his only pit stop, he's going to have to conserve his tyres towards the end of the race. We did have a spinner in Darren, so... Good thing for Darren.
Well, Owen is pretty close to the back of Ellis in the Mercedes now. Darren's got a speeding penalty. I can imagine he's going to retire from the session. That's Owen's teammate, but Owen is closing up on the Mercedes ahead of him. So I tell you what, Sharp Metal, if he doesn't pit this lap, then he could be in a bit of trouble for Bennett. Bennett's almost got a 4-second gap to Connor. The gap between Connor and Sharp Metal was about 4 seconds, so it could be pretty close. Obviously, Sharp Metal will have fresher tyres by about 3 laps, but if it looks like, I'm not watching him, but he's going to be pitting. Yeah, he is. So, and so does Elite Risks, and Ellis is the only man now on the track to stay out on those softs, and I think he's going to be passed as well by Owen. I'd probably love to watch this, but I think it's going to be. I'm going to have to stick with Sharp Metal here. I think Owen's going to get that move. So Sharp Metal's coming out the pit lane, and Bennett's already coming down the straight. I think he's going to be past him.
Close. Very close.
I don't think he's gonna be. In fact, they could be side by side.
Could be in the slipstream.
He's just out behind him, but Bennett's going to have super hot tyres. Medal's going to have to try and get his tyres into temperature. But crucially, yeah, if he did pit a lap later, he would have lost track position. But having much fresher tyres on that that Williams.
I was going to say they look like
Bennett. That's obviously.
I was going to say, it looked like Bennett used a lot of his errs during those out laps to try and get a very good undercut, which did work. Just come out behind sharp metal, but Medal's not looking too great either. So they're more or less, apart from tyre wear, by a difference of 3-4 laps maybe. This could be the, at the moment, after 10 laps anyway, the race for the win. Who knows?
Yeah, I've got Owen, which is absolutely pushing Ellis round this last sector now. I think he needs him to get out of the way so he can carry on his strat. He does have Sem and Danny D, which are both on the same strat as Owen, just down the road, and Owen needs him to... He's still not pitting his Ellis. Owen's got to get past in this lap, otherwise it's going to hurt him. He's going to end up being vulnerable on the DRS to the guys behind him. I think Owen is certainly going to be through, but no one actually told us the weather for this race.
It's all dry.
The clouds seem... It's all dry, yeah, because the clouds seem to be getting a bit gloomy, you know.
Nah, it's just T's. It's just F1 T's.
There we go. Owen is ahead, and I think there's another move, and that's Smoke being passed by Allen, and he's gone so deep into turn 2, and he's hit the back of Clock. I don't know if he damaged himself. I don't think he did. Maybe there's a slight bit of damage. But he was passing Smoke and just went so deep, almost took Clock out of the race as well. So there we go. Only one driver left to pit. Sam's gone off the track, pushing as hard as he can. Sorry, I said there's one driver left to pit. I mean, there's one driver left on the softs. Still have a bunch of others. You've basically got the top 10 all yet to stop, and then the bottom 10 all have stopped.
So, Medal in 11th, who's effectively more or less our leader, has pulled away by a second and a half from Bennett. He's just caught up to the traffic now, Moley being his first driver, which has passed him with great ease. But if you're Bennett, you're going to want to try and stick with him as much as you can coming up to these drivers who are about to be passed.
Yeah, just what Ellis is forming a bit of a roadblock at the minute with those aging softs. 11 laps, but he finally pits. And I think that's not good news for Sem, because I think he's very much going to be in trouble on the DRS here by the Red Bull driver, which is going to probably pass him into turn 2. Sem is using all of his earth to defend. And they go side by side into turn 2, and once again the outside driver is forced off the track, and they're still side by side. As we go around turn 4, the Red Bull's still in there, but can't quite pass, and that's good news for Owen. He's pulled a second on them after this little battle. I do see on my screen Sharp Metal is carving his way through the field with ease.
He's got speed. He's already 3 seconds ahead of Bennett. That is some speed.
Just seeing the gaps. Someone wants to gaps the leader, so there you go.
Just saw Liam earlier, the fastest lap on, so he's got a bit of pace in him, as Liam. 5.5 seconds away from VR. I think before the pit stop phase, Liam was about 10th. He might more or less be around that phase, maybe 1 or 2 positions up. But then the drivers on the softs will come back to horn.
Sharp Metal's going for another move. Purple in sector 2. He is absolutely on a rampage at the minute. And Bennett's also made a move on Moley. So
He is.
Bennett doesn't quite have the pace of Sharp Metal at the minute, but
Well, Moley wasn't making it easy. Bennett really had to brake late for that one. He almost went off at the end of it. He's kept it on those fresh tyres, really been put to work by the Aston Martin driver, but he's had a poor exit and he could find himself being back behind Moley.
yeah, and there's also got Connor as well, which is in Bennett's race, and Connor is got some serious speed. Connor's going to go to the outside. Bennett's going to be passed by not just one, but 2 drivers. Oh,
Oh, it's going to be
These
close.
two are racing for position here, and Connor has made his way through past Bennett. And there we go. Connor took advantage of that DRS that Bennett was vulnerable for, and has got ahead of him. And Connor looks like he's in a net P2 at the minute. I am interested to see how the likes of Owen, Sem and Danny D do get on, and also Adrian as well. How they do when they switch to the soft tyres. Just don't know if there's anything else going on anywhere else.
I'm just,
I'm going to keep with Connor.
yeah, I'll keep it on. I'm surprised what Molly's doing, because he's not helping his own race there. I mean, he's not going to make it easy again for Connor. Connor's going to have to be quite good on the brakes here. Oh, Morgan's retired into the pits. And Molly's sort of a bit wide.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah, Bennett's going to try again.
Bennett's
Yeah. He's going to have to try around the outside. This isn't the place you want to go too wide in, as me and Check found out yesterday.
Oh,
I think Bennett's got the job done. He has. Good job there by Bennett. But now Elite's going to have a go at
Bennett
Molly.
Yeah, and Elite's in both. All these three are in the same race. And Elite's going to get past. And Bennett just needs to stay within that DRS of Connor desperately, otherwise it could be painful for him if he doesn't stay within it. But he has got in that DRS, so can he claw back that position from Connor that he did win in the pits? Looks like Danny D is still behind Sem, just following him round. Sem looks like he's slightly closed the gap to Owen, only ever so slightly in the recent laps. What's happened to Liam? Oh, whoa! Oh no, there's a retirement and I've just missed it.
Oh, that's a big crash.
It's a safety car. That's massive for the guys that are on the mediums. It's a safety car.
Well,
I literally saw it happen and I switched as soon as it happened because I didn't realise it was going to happen.
Well, you say that's massive for the medium runners, but in a good way or a bad way, because on those soft tyres, they make it towards the end of the Grand Prix.
Good point, actually. Well, even if, to be fair, they're going to have to pit for hards now regardless. They might actually. I know they wouldn't.
I don't think.
But yeah, I was watching Danny D, and as he went around that right-hander, he went wide, and because the wall kind of comes to you off the track, he clipped his left tyre on it, and as soon as he clipped the wall, I switched because I didn't expect that to happen, and he retired. But yeah, these guys are all going to pit at the front.
Yeah, we've got them coming into the pits now. As in, they're all going to be speeding. You'll be a clown if you are, especially behind the safety car. Owen's on the softs, so he's going to take it towards the end. He's going to have to nurse them, or he's going to have to hope that the safety car stays out for a very long time.
Sam on the softs as well.
Yeah.
I'm just watching to see what all these guys go with. Clocks on the softs. They're all going for softs. I mean, if you think about it, when the safety car, if they nurse these like crazy, if the safety car comes in at around, probably going to come in at about 18, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll still be 10 laps.
I don't know.
But with lighter fuel, could work. Could work.
No, I expect it to only be out for 2 laps. The field's quite bunched up. It's not too bad. You haven't got someone about half a lap behind.
Owen's come out in 6th though, which is pretty much where he was before he pitted anyway.
What would you do in Owen's
Certainly
position?
be interesting.
Because you are gonna have to be a bit careful with your tyres. For the race now, with the amount of laps there are left, and the scenario situation he's in. But you're going to want to make up those places, and of course by doing that, you are going to have to use a bit more of your tyre wear. Now, I've done no Formula 1 simulation, but in Formula 2, if you do attack with the tyres, the percentage does go up quite rapidly. I don't know if someone else can mention how their racing was with tyre percentage in the Twitch chat. Be interesting to hear.
I can imagine it'd be the same. Just anywhere when you attack with any type of tyre, you're gonna use more wear with it. But yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna want to attack as much as you can because you're on such fresher tyres, or shall I say faster tyres.
Yeah.
With a safety car coming in, you're gonna just want to go for it. But with the fact that he probably has to run 10 laps of these when the safety car comes in, you know, you might buy us time. We might just want to send it and see how far he can get up and just hope for the best.
Talking of sending it, I think the likes of Connor and Bennett are going to have to going to have to try and do that on Medal, because as we've seen already, he's got a lot of pace. They need to disrupt that pace for as long as possible anyway. Try and force him into his mistake, try and get him some track exceeding penalties, not by forcing him out wide, but by pushing him. So they might have to roll up their sleeves a bit on that one. Just have a chance of possibly getting a victory, because it's looking good for Medal at the moment.
We'll just whip into the front to check out the Aston Martin safety car that we saw yesterday go into turn 1 in the lead of the race on lap 1 of the sprint yesterday.
What, are you looking at it again, are you?
No, I'm not watching it now.
Oh,
but I'm just looking at that safety car that did that yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Good old Bert leading into turn 1 of the sprint.
Got ahead of himself. He mistook red flags for red lights, or red lights for red flags. Red flags? Oh, I don't know.
He accidentally put his foot on the accelerator I think, in the pits and got excited. Just realised Liam's on the medium tyre, so he obviously pit with everyone else again, and he's on for the mediums. So he's in the back of this group.
I think he's gone for another set of
He's on
mediums.
slow tyre.
Yeah, I think he was last anyway.
Yeah, he has.
He was last anyway, unfortunately. I don't think he had a spin or anything, unless he was to us different. But he was last of the boys, or last of the guys who had pit beforehand. Oh, he's gone anyway. So yeah, so the safety car's really hurt Liam. Oh no, legendary Danny, he retired anyway.
Yeah. Wonder if the safety car will come in this lap, because everyone is bunched together. It could come in this lap, but I kind of think it's gonna. It is.
Oh.
There we go. So I thought these guys would have about 10 laps to run their softs, but they're gonna have 11 once this lap ends. You right there?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm sorry.
Are you nervous?
No, I was holding his sneeze.
Oh. Well. Here we go. So, Medal just needs to bunch the pack up. When is he going to go?
Connor
is very close to the back of him. He's got a long old straight to try and defend this lead off, and he's lost the rear almost on the last corner. And he could put himself under pressure here from Connor, who is draining his ERS. But so are all of the top 3, so are all of the drivers, and this is Connor's one chance probably of this race. And he's not quite close enough, and I don't know if anyone else is making any other moves further back.
Yeah, we are.
Clock and Allen look like they had a bit. But let's see what the progress will be of the soft-tyred drivers. Owen being the front runner of all of them. But Medal kind of got away with it there. Almost lost it on the last corner, but just about had enough to keep himself ahead of Connor. I need to mute myself for a sec.
I'm sorry, I was just looking at my phone.
No, I'm back. I'm back now, that's fine. So, what do we have going on? Owen is getting close to VR. I think Owen is, well, is he in the sending mood?
He's going to have to hurry up, because soon DRS will be available for all the drivers, and it'll just make the task a bit more difficult. Oh, he's almost gone into the back.
Yeah. I just saw that. Oh, he's going to put himself under pressure, because Sem is going to be straight past him around that chicane. Sem took full advantage of it. And now Sem is the front runner for the soft-tyred group. What can Sem do with the top 5? But Owen has lost out position there. Is Sem gonna... He's getting close to VR. Not close enough. Expecting a bit more action going on here, but it's kind of just single-filed kind of stuff, really. No one's making any moves.
I expect to see a few moves of third in a bit. Then it's already out DRS from Connor. Elite Risk to VR right behind. You've got Sem on the soft tyres who's right behind VR. In fact, he might even make a move any second now. He's using the Urs. Oh, that gap's going to close. No, it's not. He's in the inside. This is a good move by Sem, and it is. Sem's going to charge.
There we go, there's the first move. So Sem is up to P5, and I think Owen's probably going to want to take advantage of this one as well and follow Sem through. I think Owen should get past VR here without even needing the DRS. VR is not actually using any Urs to defend here. Owen is using his Urs, and they're going to go side by side. Is VR going to fight this? No, he does not. He just doesn't bother fighting it. Probably because he thinks it's not really going to be in his race at all. But there's the first of the top 5 on the mediums. Interestingly, Connor's still in the DRS of medal, so he's keeping him honest. But Sem's next victim is the Ferrari driver of Elite Risk, and DRS is actually active from this lap. Elite has DRS on Bennett ahead. See if there's anything else going on. Alan was putting his nose about.
He's still going for it. He's using his Urs. He's going around the outside of Adrian. Is he going to do it now? He's going into the inside. They're going to touch, are they? No, they're not. Almost.
Championship leader Smoke is still down in 13th. He hasn't really made any progress since the restart either. He's stuck behind both the Hatters of Clock and Preds. So Smoke's having a bit of a troubled weekend as a whole, really. His qualifying didn't go to plan. Not sure what he thought his potential could have been around here, but his race as well is just not really going for him. But he's still got 9 or 8 more laps to get something from this race, even if it's a couple of points. But we shall see what will happen with these softs, where both Haas drivers are both on the softs, are going to go side by side, and Preds has passed his teammate. And there's also Alan's trying to pass the Mercedes of Adrian, and he hasn't managed to do it.
Then it's going to find himself in a lot of trouble now. He's just second half behind Con, and he's got Elite Risks and Sem right up his arse. So you can find himself, I think it's just going to be the one position, but it could be 2. Depends how much Urs Bennett has. He's using it. He's going to fight this from Elite.
Elite's gonna put himself up the inside, and one off the track. Is Sem gonna take advantage of this? Sem's gonna put himself up the inside of turn 4 on the Ferrari, and is he gonna go up the inside of
Surely
Bennett?
not. Surely not.
Round the outside. Bennett's gonna push him off the track, and the wall was coming to him. I thought he was gonna go into the wall. Just then, the Ferrari's up the inside of Sem now. They both go off the track. Both Aston Martins. Finally, we got a bit of action. I was almost falling asleep for a minute. And the Ferrari! Yeah, the Ferrari had himself up the inside, hit the sausage curb and spun round.
I think he made contact.
So that's the Ferrari's race.
I think he made contact with the back of Sem's car, but I don't think there's anything else Sem's been done there. But talk of Sem, he's going to make the move from Bennett, and here comes SLR second.
He's onto the podium. It was part of the SLR bingo, wasn't it? So just
it was, yeah. Bennett's going to be a bit of a roadblock for Owen here. These are crucial corners for Sem. He needs to get that foot down. He needs to make up a bit of time because Bennett's going to be behind in that DRS. He needs to have a good few exits here, and he just needs to keep his head down. Does Sem? He's got Connor a second and a half up the road. He's got the tyres. He's got the speed. Can he catch him?
I think Owen's going to be getting himself into P4 any second now. Bennett can't really defend this because Owen's going to be passed before we hit turn 2. So Owen's up to 4th, so Owen can sniff a podium as well. And there's action with Alan and Adrian is still going at it. And Alan's finally passed the Mercedes.
I swear they...
After about 3 or 4 laps of trying to pass.
I swear they touched wheels. Has there been anyone Alan hasn't touched wheels with? He's been in every battle I've seen today. Oh, there's a yellow flag for the Chris
Yellow
Kamara.
flag. Oh no, it's Smoke. It's the championship leader. Has he got damage? I don't think he has damage. I think he just lost it. But as I was saying a minute ago about Smoke's weekend is just. are you seeing that chat?
Yeah. Right. Well, here we go.
Well, I tell you what though, Sem could be under pressure, and I think Smoke's lost it again as a head loss for the Aston Martin, and Sem is under pressure. This is the battle for the podium with 5 laps to go. Owen is now up into third.
Well, with that DRS as well, he's even closed the gap on Connor to
And
slightly overtake.
Sem is out!
No!
Sem is out. Sem is locked out. Sem is locked out.
Oh,
Not locked in.
nice
He
one,
is
Mitz.
locked out, and his wheel is just bouncing around everywhere.
Nice one, Mitz.
And I think Sem's going to watch this back and just not want us to stream him ever again because for a minute he was on a rampage, and then that happened.
Oh, it's happened again. Well, one man who'd be happy is actually Smoke, because despite that, as you said, head loss.
Wait, hold on a minute. Oh wait, whoa!
he's pit
What's
stops.
happened? Where's Metal? Metal's pit.
Yes. Oh, this
Wow,
is interesting. This is interesting.
I don't know. I really don't know about that.
If you're Owen, he needs to get that move done on Connor quickly, very quickly. He knows this as well. This is a big opportunity. I'm trying to keep myself on my chair.
I kind of think that, I mean, if Metal absolutely just destroys the field in what's going to be like 3 laps, is it, when the safety car comes in? Safety car will probably come in at about lap 20. It's going to come in at 23 or 24. I think about 24. It's going to give about 3 to 4 laps that these drivers are going to have. Owen's tyres aren't going to... He's going to have the tyres at the end now because that second safety car's come out. I think Owen's in a really good position, and so's Alan. Both of them are in great positions.
So, I've just seen a general chat. It was nerves got to Sem. I know that feeling. Unfortunately, he has crashed from it. The guy, but you can take a lot of positives from that, Sem. You can take an awful lot of positives from that. Build on it, and come back again next week.
So as we were just talking about nerves, you were saying that, you know, was it the shaky fingers?
No.
Oh, there we go.
No,
Shaky legs.
No, we're not going into this. We clarified earlier after to just say pad is domestic disadvantage.
I didn't say anything
Either that
about
or Sem had a massive twitch in his right foot. like a monster twitch.
What? Shaky legs. I'm just reading through it. I've just seen, obviously this isn't in the Twitch chat, but Padre would have been better if you were on pad. No shaky legs could have killed you.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you've got shaky fingers, I think it's worse because there's less leverage on the accelerator on a pad.
Either way, whatever's happened, he is retired through nerves. Unlucky Sem. He drove well, and I generally was kind of getting a bit excited at a podium potential attack on second, but
I think we all were.
It looks like Owen could now be the guy to challenge for the win. And okay, if Medal wins from here, fair play, because he's going to have about 3 laps. He's going to have to fully send. I'm really surprised he's pit.
I reckon he's doing a ditto from Division 1, Season 5. Hide that pace by pitting unnecessarily. Or in the words,
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Or in the words of Nicky, that's one way to stand back.
Oh, true.
I mean, we're not taking the mick. The guy is very quick. That is very obvious. And I mean, it makes things exciting for us. It could be interesting to see if he can do it for the first and 4 laps. If he does, then later.
I think he's going to be hoping the safety car comes in on this lap because the pack is bunched together again, so could come in this lap. He's going to hope it will, so he has an extra lap to attack.
Sorry.
And lovely. And I think someone like Connor's going to be hoping it stays out as long as it can, really, because Owen's tyres are still going to be there. Just about. I think, to be fair, if Owen wants to win this race, I think he's going to have to attack straight away. Because it is coming in. Because if he doesn't, then his tyres are going to go. This is going to be pretty spicy. And just realised Smoke is actually back into this race after spinning and losing all that time. And also Liam as well, he's in 12th, so anything could happen here with what's going to be 4 laps of racing.
12 years, who's going to win?
Well, Connor's gone already. He's gone so early. And to be fair, it's probably the right thing to do.
Oh, he's messed up though in the
But Owen, yeah. Owen is right on his tail straight away. Connor made the right move by going early, and he caught everyone off guard, but he's made a mistake, and he's probably going to pay the price. Because we're on board with the McLaren. Does he have enough to get past him? Is he going to make it? No, he's not close enough. And let's quickly... Oh, Ellis has gone off the track in the Mercedes, but he's kept his position. We're on board here with the Williams, the man that was leading all this race. What can he do? He's going to go up the Oh, he's completely cut the corner off there. Kind of scared Clock a little bit. He didn't get a penalty, but he's clearly on a rampage. He's clearly wanting to get these positions done early, hence that weird sticking his nose up the inside.
Oh wow, he really did cut that corner after seeing.
Yeah, but it didn't work out for him, and he's still behind Clock. But he still has enough time, and he should have some mental pace when he's not got traffic ahead of him. But it's just if he can get himself through. I'm watching him now as he closes Clock in. I don't know if he's going to be close enough. If he wants to make a move, he's going to have to send it, but he is still behind him, and I think... Is that Alan? No, Alan's got ahead of
yeah, he's made the most of those pressure stops. These are crucial corners and laps now for Owen for the race win.
Yeah, back to the front. He's still all over Connor. He just needs that DRS, but I don't think he's going to need it here, Matt, because I think he could well get himself in a position to get past him. Owen and Connor, this is for the lead of the race. This is for the win of the race. Side by side into turn 2. Owen's going to try it around the outside, and he's made the move.
What a move!
Oh,
it's not over yet
God.
though. Connor's not done yet. He needs to bounce.
Connor's tyres.
He needs to fight back straight away, but he can't.
Wow. I mean, fair play. Credit where it's due. That was a great move. I was watching it off board, and that was just going around the outside of turn 2 and keeping both cars within the white lines and making a move. Credit. So Owen leads the race and has 2.5 laps to try and win his first... No, not his first, his second SLR race win of his career. After his Monaco win last season. Can he do it? Alan, the other driver on the 9-lap-old softs, is 1.5 seconds off Connor. Just watching Medal again, and Medal's trying it. Oh, it's spun! They both spun, and the Williams. Medal's out.
He's out.
He's out.
That was desperate. That was very desperate. Well,
yeah.
Oh,
we saw it a lap before. We saw it a lap before when he was trying it up the inside. It was a questionable position of the car, and he looks like he's tried to just be the hero. And
come on, that's Dylan.
But the man which got pole by such a margin and left pretty much all this race decided to pit with a few laps to go under the safety car, and just hasn't worked out for him. And Bennett is actually having to defend off Ellis here.
No, he just made the move.
Older tyre.
I'm pretty sure he just made the move. Yeah, I think he has.
Oh my goodness me!
Oh my god!
We've got a battle for the ages here. We've got Smoke and Liam, who are both last on the track, the drivers running. Oh, Smoke is ahead of Liam, but I saw that Mercedes on my screen absolutely fly off the track.
Go check he's right.
Liam's weaving around. I don't know why he is, but yeah, I think... Oh, Smoke spun! Oh, what is going on?
And VR's going to make
it just hasn't been his race.
VR's made the move.
I'm just looking at... Matt, I'm just back to the front. Owen's on 10-lap-old softs.
Oh god.
So his tyres are probably on the edge, and obviously Connor's tyres are going to be fine really, and Connor's going to have DRS. We have 1 lap to go.
Big lap. Deep breath, Owen.
Owen versus Connor. None of them have penalties yet. VR is 2.5 seconds down the road. I don't think anything's going to interfere with this battle. Connor hasn't got much hers left. Owen has nothing left. Connor is coming at Owen.
Oh!
And Connor's going to send it on Owen down the inside. Owen cuts it back. And Connor's move hasn't worked. And Owen is through again.
Is that it?
And I think that was it. I think that was. But he's still within half a second. He's still within DRS. So if Connor can get himself back up close, he could go for another move at the end of that back straight.
Well, they're both in the same errs, but it's all about the exit. It's all about the exit because Connor's going to have the slipstream. They've got the same errs, but Connor will have that slipstream.
And it's also about the tyres as well. Owen's reached 11 laps now on those tyres, but they are going to be in a better state than they would have been at the start of the race for those soft runners because we've had a safety car and it's lighter fuel. But this is the last chance. They both have absolutely nothing left in their errs. This is just a case of whether Connor can get close enough, and I think he's going to not be close enough. So is that the last chance? Can Owen keep it together? He's got a few corners to go, and he's almost lost them in the rear. You can see the nerves. You can see the nerves in the McLaren driver. But he's coming up to the penultimate corner. Just keep it in the track.
He's going to do it!
He has won the Russian Grand Prix. Owen 36 has won, and I didn't expect that one, but he has done it.
Unbelievable.
I can imagine he's going ecstatic right now, and probably doing many soos.
Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's his first podium of the season. His first win of this season. Absolutely unbelievable. It is, absolutely fantastic. What a drive. What a drive indeed. Viewers, get your drive of the day votes in. We even still do that. That was...
yeah, we do actually. We do.
That was a cracking overtake for the win. That's going to make the montage.
Yeah. For certain.
Right,
For certain. It was a
I'll start
fantastic move. And to be fair, well deserved really. Kept it well on those mediums, and then safety car obviously helps him slightly, but the strategy worked for him, and he's won the race with a worthy race-winning overtake. VR completed the podium. Bennett just missing out on the podium in P4. Preds P5. P5.
I mean, that works.
Once again, Pred's finding himself all the way from... Well, he did start 11th actually, it wasn't lower down, but he's managed to find himself back into the top 5. Alan as well, good recovery drive from him up to P6. Elite Risks P7, Moley P8, Adrian P9, and Coot is your top 10. And unfortunately, Smoke, our championship leader, didn't score any points, and neither did Liam, Mr. Birthday Boy. Wasn't P11 this time for Liam though, he's only just one position lower. But there we go. Have we got everyone here?
Not yet, we're just waiting for one more.
Oh yes, I see.
VR, he's in. I'll just wait a few seconds. For no reason at all. Right. Can I get you all to tick your boxes before I get to hear your wonderful voices about that eventful race? And we'll start off with, do you want me to do them all, Joe?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, alright. We'll start off with third place. VR46, Valentino Rossi. Obviously retired from MotoGP and is now taken on as SLR racer for his next challenge. Well done, buddy. That's your 4th podium, I believe, in 6 races. So you're finding a bit of consistency now, especially in the podium spots. Tell us a bit about your race.
To be honest, really, I was just trying to not get damaged and get points. That's all I wanted.
you've found yourself in very strong points positions in recent races. Has that been because of a change of approach, or is that just because you've got grips with the game?
Just practice really, just get a good setup and use it.
And is this building on the confidence you may already be building from the past few races ahead of the rest of the season, for the last quarter?
Yeah, it is. Just want to keep up what I'm doing.
Lovely stuff. Well, congratulations, and we'll see if you can do the same again next week. On to second place, which was SLR Connor. Before a few weeks ago, it was just Australia. You're getting podiums at, and now it's race wins and the podium at Russia. So first of all, Connor, congratulations on second.
Thank you very much.
Are you? Is it a tough pill to swallow losing the race like that? Or...
No, not at all. No, not at all. Like honestly, it was just so enjoyable. Like, at first, I mean, we had the second safety car and I got the battle. I really wanted to stick with Shut because no one could even stick with him enough to stay in the DRS. And then I lost the DRS just as it was activated, and I was like, no. But then it was just a case of, the second was solidified, and then it was just a case of trying to get a win. And then when he pitted, it was like, right, this is on. I thought the softs may have worn enough for me to hold Owen off. I knew he'd be quicker. But the battle with Owen was amazing. He drove really, really well, so obviously congrats to him, and deserves it as well. And then even the last lap, I thought I'd have him, but luckily he predicted that I missed my braking point, and it didn't affect his race at all. So it was an awesome race. I really enjoyed it.
It was brilliant to watch, and the overall race between the two, you can see you both wanted it so much, especially with that turn one attempt. But yeah, just both got great wits.
Yeah.
If this has got to build, give you a lot of confidence going into next year races as well as VR's result. Again, that's the second podium this season. It's the most you've had in this season, in fact, for SLR, I believe. So, I mean, what are your thoughts ahead of the next coming races?
Yeah, just enjoying it. It feels totally different. Like last season, you used to put load, and I think a lot of us did because we had so much time with COVID. We're putting so much pressure on ourselves, playing the game so much. But now it's just enjoying it, and I don't know if there's just a moment where you've done league racing for say maybe a season or two, and you start picking the right battles to fight. Not trying to push every single corner or every single lap and trying to make a move on every lap. And sometimes if it's a case of sitting in third for 20 laps and just taking the right opportunity, then just taking those opportunities when they come up, and I just seem to be taking the pressure off, getting in a bit of a better rhythm, and the results are kind of coming off the back of that. If you look at Monza, I was in third for every lap until the final one, and then it was even the same here. So it's just a case of finding the right battles, but just enjoying it. And then it tends to be the case of if you can keep it clean, don't get any penalties, don't get any damage, you're probably going to be on for a podium. So yeah, it's enjoyable, and then just looking forward to the next few.
Lovely stuff. Well, congratulations again, Connor.
Thank you very much, man. Congrats on as well, by the way. Congrats, that was an awesome race.
On to the race winner, and I think I can see a smile from all the way in Southampton. Owen, congratulations on your first win of the season. It was actually even your first podium, so I mean, that smile must be big. Where do I start, to be honest? Tell us, first of all, how are you feeling about that win, mate? Because that was fantastic. Just the battle with Connor, the move for the win, and the last lap going into turn 2. It was absolutely fantastic to watch. It was amazing content, and it's a great advert for SLR. So, Owen, tell us, how do you feel, bud?
That was just mental. I mean, I don't know how I managed that at all. I wasn't expecting it. I think that's one thing for sure coming into today. I looked at some of the times that other guys were saying, I'm like, nah, I'd be lucky to get into the top 10. And when I did, I was very fortunate enough to get through on mediums. And it was just kind of a case of just hoping that I could just get as high up as I could. Didn't really set an amazing Q3 lap, but it was good enough. And then I just wanted to keep out of trouble. I knew if I tried to stay with the pack as much as I could, then I might be able to get a few more positions towards the end of the race, hopefully get a top 5 or something. But I definitely didn't think it was going to be the win. And then when that first safety car came out, I thought there's a small chance. And then, well, we just for a podium really. And then when the second one came out, Shut pitted. Sem was out. I was fighting Sem. I thought it'll be me and Sem for the podium, kind of maybe come up to Connor towards the end, but that would be a struggle. I know Connor's had massive pace all weekend, and it was kind of quite a pleasure to battle him this week. He was very quick down the straight, so his exits at every corner were just fantastic. So I was really struggling, even when I had a really good tyre advantage, kind of especially right at the restart. Just kind of just a bit over the moon, really. I can't stop talking, can't stop smiling.
Mate, but by all means, the wins, they feel amazing. He showed great nerves of steel on that last lap. Well, of course, with this win now, it certainly opens up a few doors for positions above. I mean, it puts you in a good position. I mean, the title's out of reach. Well, who knows, actually. But, for example, to try and finish second, third, fourth, I mean, you've got to be feeling a lot more confident than you were going into the race. I mean, before today, there was 17 different drivers were on the podium. You weren't one of them, and now you are with that race win. So
Yeah,
that's got to be a massive weight off the shoulder.
Tom said I was getting mugged off in the stream earlier. So.
I wouldn't say mugged off, but I mean, if it helped for your win, then yes, we did mug you off. But I mean, you've got to be. That must be a weight off the shoulder now. So I mean, is it sky's the limit now for the rest of the season for Owen Howe 36?
We'll have to wait and see. I'll just keep on churning out the performances. It's been an all right week where I kind of have been able to kind of just have the week to myself, and that hasn't always been the case this year, especially with the fact that I had to miss a few races. I mean, I'm just over the moon with it all, and I'm just really hoping that for the rest of the season I'll have a few more races like that today. It's a shame the last two races I've had good pace, and I've ruined it for myself both times, so I was just really hoping that I could get something out of it today, and wasn't expecting that, but that's just mental.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Owen. It's certainly been Russia has certainly been a track for the Howls, let's just say, in the past 24 hours. You may as well just rename the Russian track. Over to you, Joe.
Yeah, well, pretty much it. Congratulations to the top three. Congratulations to VR, to Connor, and Owen. I've only got one word for you, mate, and it begins with S and ends with U. I said I'd do it if one of you won the race.
Thank you guys for streaming. It's a bit great to have you back. I was
don't see
hoping
the
I'd
stream
finally
yet,
get a podium when you were commentating. I've got it now.